Welcome back to Daytime, everyone. We're catching up with the Chabad Youth Network. That's pretty good.
Jeff. Nice.
Here today to tell us a little bit more is Rabbi Shmuli, good friend of the show, as well as Olivia Benchetrit and Jonah babins. How was that?
Pretty good.
That's not bad.
Close on that one.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the show, guys. And Rabbi, let's start with you. The Chabad networking is so important. Tell us a little bit about your group.
Okay, the Chabad Youth Network is an organization, and it's pretty much dedicated to youth in the community. There's all different types of programs that we're running through the Chabad Youth Network, and the one we're talking about today is the TFC, Teens for the Community. We have the programs which are the educational ones and the retreats. We just came back from Washington last weekend. But the TFC specifically is about teens getting involved in community work. We started this program last year with about 20 volunteers where we had this organizing committee. They all took on specific roles as they both have roles in the committee. And everybody follows those roles to execute different community outreach in the community, such as work with the elderly, with needy families, with children. So there's various different areas that we cover, and they create these events, and then they get their friends to come out and volunteer at the actual event. So they're really the leadership group creating this. That was last year we started this, and this year it's grown to about 70 volunteers on a steady basis.
Wow.
And not just in Thornhill, you've actually started other branches,
yeah, we have
in other areas.
Yeah, we have now, the main branch still is Thornhill, and then we have in Forest Hill as well as in Toronto. There's smaller groups that have just started up this year, taking from the template that we have.
Yeah.
Jonah, when you first heard of Teens for the Community, why did you decide that this would be something you wanted to take part in?
I heard of it from my brother, from a friend, so like it really got out there, it really, and I think like as just a first thing to say, that's one of the best things that happens here is, we've got kids from all over all the schools, and he's like our friend, right? So I heard, like come to this program, a whole bunch of people, and you'll do community service, and I was like, what the hey, right? There's no reason not to, and I joined, and I was like, look at all the people I know, look at what we're doing, and then, 3 weeks have gone by. We had already had like a huge impact. We'd already done like 1 or 2 very big projects. And I said, you know what? Wow, this is really amazing. And
you want to keep doing it, right?
Yeah, it's something that I definitely want to do. Something I want to stay doing and like keep on because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like
sorry. Go on, no. Tell me the story.
I finished my school needed community service hours a long time ago. And you know what?
Wow.
Like, keep going, because there's no reason not to.
And what about you, Olivia? What have you, taken away from this experience?
Well, it's just great. Like, I love doing community service with Rabbi Shmuli. Like, I always go there and I have a positive attitude, and it's so much fun. It's not like I'm with my friends. I go after school and like I make time for it. Like, I dance many times during the week, and I spared this Tuesday to go and work with Rabbi Shmuli, and like it's a lot of fun. And
so as you can see, Rabbi, I mean, it's not only fun, but the focus is on doing community service, good things in the community. What are some of the projects that you sort of look for the teens?
Well, really, we let the teens develop the program. So what we do is we'll get together at a typical Tuesday will be a meeting followed by events. So the meeting will actually be them brainstorming about what do we want to do next week.
Right.
And then they'll come up with an idea. Let's help the elderly. Well, what do we want to do with the elderly? The needy. What are we going to? Oh, we're going to make baskets. Where we're going to get this stuff. What's going in the baskets? What do we? They did an event at the elderly. Olivia was actually one of the highlights. Maybe she should talk about that one.
Well, I shared my talent of dance, and I think they really enjoyed it, and I was just able to like show them what I could do, and I put a smile on all their faces, and also like he did some magic.
Yeah,
you do a little magic, Jonah?
Yeah, I've been doing magic since I was like 3 or 4.
Oh, wow.
So, and you know what? I could really use my ability and to go in there, and there were maybe 6, 7, 8 of us performing, and they had a better time than we did. Like not that we didn't have we had an awesome time, but they were like the best time.
They
we were
must
like
have made their month. But that's great. I mean, it shows that such a small thing can do so much good in the community.
Yeah, Rabbi Shmuli, I mean, you hear community service hours and right away you conjure up negative thoughts. It's sort of the name associated with that. How have you sort of made this so much fun and so positive that clearly your youth are, giving their own time to do this after their hours are done?
Right. Well, that's exactly what went through my mind originally when I had, because we're a youth organization, we have calls every day from high school teens from various different schools can we come do community service hours? I have someone coming this afternoon to help with the mailing. So I said to myself, look, they all need hours.
Yeah.
Why don't we do something that's going to be meaningful and engaging instead of, the simple tasks are important too, and I'm not putting those aside, and the mailings are important, and the around the house type of work, all that within organizations, but why don't we structure something that's going to be far more than that, take it to the next level. So this TFC really has taken it out of the box, and it's really brought out within the teens the dedication to doing something for the community, not just getting their hours out of the way.
I love that idea. That's the whole goal of it, really. May 26th, you're doing an evening of recognition, dinner, and awards ceremony. What will be happening that evening?
So this is our second year doing the award ceremony, and we'll have various different dignitaries coming out, and we're awarding they're all very busy. Teens are busy. They have, she dances, and he does magic, and everybody sports, and everybody's doing school. At school, of course. Let's not forget, exactly, right, school.
Friends.
Friends and everything, and they're coming once a week, pretty much, unless there's an emergency, but once a week, an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, 3 hours, depends how long the event. So, we're really recognizing that and awarding them, giving them awards and gifts and thanking them for their dedication and creating this awareness that we hope more people will join and get involved and open up more branches and keep on going.
Do the winners know who's won, or is this going to be a total surprise?
Well, it's not a winners. All the volunteers we've had hundreds of teens involved come out to the events, but the organizing committee who've committed to be there every week, they will all get awards for their dedication to the community.
Fantastic.
So usually represented by an MP, someone within the community, and we're working with them now too.
And Jonah, if anyone's thinking of volunteering and doing something good for the community, what sort of advice would you give them?
You know what? My little piece of advice is, there are 24 hours in a day. What are you going to do with them?
Ooh.
Nice.
And
That's a challenge.
And it really is.
Point your finger.
I know I have friends who are like, you know what? I have so much work, and I have so much this, and I have so much. You know what? I go to the same school as you, and I have the same amount of work as you, and nobody works from 5:30 to 11, and nobody, you can take out that an hour and a half, 2 hours of a day.
And make a change.
Well said, my
friend.
friend.
Make a change.
That's great. So for more information on the Teens for Community group or the recognition dinner coming up on the 26th, go to the website jewishyouth.ca. We'll be right back with more on Daytime.